Awesome. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another live lift. My name's Dr. James. Welcome back to my channel. Let's get into it. Attack the bar as we do. Then we'll do the intro. Come on. Focus now. Focus now. Engage your inner strength. Come on, rap. Wow. Okay. Fantastico. Awesome. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to all the viewers. Head rush. Welcome back to Live List. My name's Dr. James. Thank you for tuning in. If you're catching this live, or if you're catching this on catch up, it's where we lift and we learn. And what are we doing today? Let's get straight into it. Today, we are doing heavy trap bar deadlift, which we haven't done for a long time. I have just broken a season's best doing that, 170. In fact, I think that's the most I've ever been able to lift. So I'm probably stronger than I've ever been on this exercise. So today we're doing trap bar deadlift. We are starting to peak, focusing the exercise now, everything's getting a lot heavier. We are also doing lighter day squats. So we've got 145, 150 on there. We'll probably do 145, 150, because the heavy day we did 162. And then we're gonna finish off with some narrow grip bench press to hit the tris and the chest. Because in the previous stream, if you saw the previous stream, we did heavy squats, we did some heavy bench, and we did some shoulders as well, so it's really complementary. Each stream is connected and in consecutive sequence of training, and very complementary. And also, we are finishing off today's stream with a Lacoste product review. So I'm looking forward to reviewing these Baselayer Leggings from Lacoste. We did review the top. This is the Lacoste top. This is the Baselayer mock neck white top. There is another stream where we reviewed that product. These are connected. The issue was that Lacoste didn't release them at the same time, but they are both winter base layers, and as it's winter during this, at the time of recording this, what a better time than to record about base layers, because if you're in the market for something, you can get some. But if you do go and watch the live stream on the white Lacoste base layer, it's got 10 out of 10, it's absolutely fantastic. It's the best base layer I've ever bought. And so go and watch that. And we're gonna review the leggings today, men's leggings. So fantastic. Right, we should do another set. I honestly didn't think I'd be able to do that, but I managed to do 170. So we are definitely getting stronger, which is a good sign that our global strength is increasing. And very interesting today as well, we're using a slightly different trap bar. You can probably see if you zoom in that this has 3 handle grips on there. I'm using the normal one, the regular one today, because it's about testing strength. But if I wanted to work my grip strength, I can spin this around and I can use different sizes. I've got a medium grip and I've got a fat grip, a wide grip. That's really going to hit the forearms a bit more. So I think we'll do that in the summer, because I can really work my forearms and get much stronger on a lighter weight for higher reps. I don't think this is the most appropriate time of the season to be switching grips on this heavy weight. I could probably do it on a light day, or if I wanted to particularly target my forearms, I could definitely do that. It certainly is a bit of a weakness of ours, of mine certainly. So stronger hand grip, forearm strength, always fantastic. So anyway, I think we should do another set. So we're going to do 3 sets. This is the second one. And I'm using my wraps. The reason why I'm using my wraps, I don't normally use them, right? But I'm going to use my wrist wraps because this bar is brand new. And if you experience this when you get on the new equipment, this silver threaded grip handlebars are extremely sharp and they will rip your hands. And me, as a doctor, as a budding surgeon, I don't really want to destroy my skin and my hands because I won't be able to do anything for days if my skin is completely in shreds. Until at least it blunts down and the bar's used a bit more anyway, that is. But you do as you please, you might be all right to grip it and have much thicker skin on your hands. Right, let's do another set. I need to get in the zone. So there's a little lifting tip there. So that's pulling. So in the last session, I did heavy abdominal work as well, off screen. And we also did did we do the farmer's carry as well? Recently we did the farmer's carry in one of the streams. So I knew, feeling confident, being able to do the 162 kilos on the farmer's carry for quite a long way. Went all the way down, 3 sets. And it's a good, I said it was a good 30 to 40 meters, pretty good. So I knew that I could jump up to about 170 on the trap bar for reps. And I want to still keep those reps going. It's going to hit the biceps. I can already feel it in my forearm already. So we've gone 140, 160, 170 on the trap bar deadlift. And that's amazing. I'm really happy with that anyway. So steady progress. Ooh. Get some water. So we've got one more set of this to do. So I'm looking forward to reviewing these Lacoste Baselayer Leggings because the top was exceptional. This white top, do go and catch that stream. It's a good workout as well as a nice review of the product. But certainly Lacoste moving into the gym and sportswear arena, they've done it really well. And I have found on some Lacoste products that perhaps sometimes the manufacturing quality is a bit shy, but the base layers that I've bought from there have been really, really robust. So go and watch that stream, go watch that view. So looking forward to reviewing these leggings today. We'll break some more personal bests, season's bests. Yeah, I've never done 170 before, so that's amazing. And as you know on this channel, we do research reviews as well. So thank you for sending in your articles you want me to review. Somebody's asked me about creatinine, someone's asked about vitamin B12 and recovery, and there's some other taurine as well and some other proteins and stuff that we'll talk about. So of course I'll be doing the background reading and background learning on that as well. We spoke about deadlift, bench and squat injuries recently as well, excuse me. Squat, bench, deadlift injuries. And we spoke about the principles of why we are doing a slightly lighter squat. And I did actually calculate it, to be honest. So at this stage of the season now, as we're coming through, we want to be lifting between 80 and 90 to 95% of our 1 rep max. So we are still sub-max. And I have predicted that my predicted 1 rep max, I think, let's take the squat, which doesn't really matter because I'm not here to, you know, talk about the weight and how much weight that you can lift. It's a nice pub talk thing, but it's actually about staying fit and being athletic on this channel. So whilst I do think about the weight in terms of percentage increments because I want to stay within the right strength range to stimulate myself and not plateau, the main thing really is, if I was to calculate it, I was doing 162 for 4 or 5 sets, so 4 or 5 reps. My predicted 1 rep max, I think, is probably going to be about 180, 185, maybe 190. So based on that, by doing 162 on the heavy day, I'm working at about, I think it comes out about 85 to 90% of my 1 rep max. And then on the lighter day, which is 140, 145, 150, kind of 10, 15 kilos less, we are still working at about 80%, 82% of our 1 rep max. So that's perfect. So I'm between 80 and 90 to 95% of my 1 rep max. These are numbers that are quite arbitrary, but it's the best evidence that we've got in terms of sports science to calculate your percentage range of weight that you're working in. It is important. I do think there is some good thinking behind it because you don't hit a plateau, and you can instead of changing, you can change reps, weights, sets, and so on. But if you change the percentage of your 1 rep max that what you're working at, I think it's a really, really neat way to do things. And we spoke about that a lot on this channel, so I think it's a really healthy way to train as well. So really happy with where we are in terms of progress. How do I feel after the last session? Let's do another set and then we'll have a chat about how I feel. And all these things are noted in the ACSM guidelines that we do speak about your percentage 1 rep max and working in your cardiovascular respiratory reserve range as well, keeping your heart rate within a specific range and percentage. These principles do apply, and I think they are effective. So if you are looking for guidance on where to start or how to tailor make your training for yourself, try looking at the ACSM guidelines on how to do that. It's brilliant. Third set. Wow. Yeah, it's really tough. Okie doke. That's definitely on. It's quite hard to get on with one hand. The trick to it though is to make sure that the middle of your strap, where it tethers your wrist and pulls down on your wrist, to make sure that falls into the middle of the grip of the handle. If the tethering point of your wrist wrap is further to one side of the bar, as in too close to one of the ends, it's going to tilt the weight as you're lifting it. So that's pretty much central. Right, let's do another set. Nice. Nice depth. Happy with that. You'll notice I keep my head in a very neutral position. I'm not particularly looking up with my neck extended. When you first learn, somebody will probably tell you to look up to the sky, look up to the roof, and keep your eyes up. You'll find that what that does is it kinks your neck back. So essentially your nervous system in your spinal cord, is on a kink backwards. And this neck up position here is a vulnerable position. So there was a guy who, I can't remember his name now. I could try and search for it. But he did his PhD many years ago on a very nice theory that he wrote about in terms of nervous system stress. And I thought it was very interesting from a physiology point of view. So essentially when your neck is, so you're still about neutral spine position in your squat and your deadlift, and we speak about a lot on this channel in terms of central nervous system stimulation, charging up that nervous system. So by keeping your head in a neutral position and your spine nice and aligned, engaged, and everything switched on, you'll find that you can generate more power. So essentially, if you were to kink your head up and put that stretch on the neck and open up your neck in that vulnerable position, essentially, his theory was the primitive part of the brain senses a stress and a danger, because it is a stress on the body, not necessarily a danger, but by putting yourself in a vulnerable, dangerous position, you're unable to recruit as much because your body is trying to protect itself in this vulnerable position. So his theory was that's kind of a primitive inhibition behind it. But actually in practice, what you'll find is by keeping your spine neutral anyway, keeping your eyes focused, of course you can fix on a point, you're naturally just able to generate more power anyway. So that was his theory behind it anyway. So I thought it was interesting. His PhD paper is definitely out there, but I'm happy with that. Look, that's 3 sets of 5 on 170. That's good. That's really good for this stage of the season. I'm happy with that. We will have another heavy deadlift day coming up, another heavy back day coming up pretty soon. So let's switch over to squats. Ooh. We'll break this down. Quick changeover. Yeah, we'll get on with the heavy squats so we're nice and warm, so we get straight into the heavy stuff. These are all 25s, by the way, so I've entered the 3 plates club on trap bar deadlift. I'm pretty happy about it. That's pretty good, man. Nice to beat a PB, isn't it? Let's get these up though. They're bloody awkward to get up though because they're so flat and thin. Do you want these?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, mate. You saved me. Just 2. Yeah. I'm sure you can manage more, but yeah. They're deceptive. They're heavier than they look, aren't they? They're very deceptive. That's always good. There's a little gym tip for you. If you see somebody else training, ask them if they want the weights. You don't have to put them away. They'll think you're doing them a favour. You're saving your energy. Bosh. Oh, the tunes are banging tonight. Ooh. 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 Quick changeover. Awesome. Nice and warm. Bring you over. That hits the quads as well, I tell you. Okie doke. Here we go. Fantastic. Right, let's get into doing some squats. So what's on here? 100 kilo, that's fine. So we're going to go up to 120, 100, 120, 145. We'll hit. Oh, I feel that in my pec. That was a real strain, those trap bar deadlifts. You will feel it in your pec. If you're training hard enough, it'll hit your chest a bit as well, as all deadlifts should. It will hit your chest, the deadlift. It's a fantastic all body round exercise. my shoulders and my back feel nice and switched on for these squats. So we just get going. Put a little bit more on there. That feels nice, nice. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. What will that take us up to? 130. I think we're going 145, aren't we? So let's put a couple of tens on. So there's 120. Healthy shoulders, healthy back. Nice. So yeah, thanks for joining. Amazing. As I mentioned, it's hard at this stage of the season. So I'll probably be talking a little bit less, which you may be grateful for. I don't know. But I do try to share and teach at any opportunity that I can. So plenty more reviews coming up though. Lots of always more interesting research to talk about, which is good and entertaining and very interesting once you get into it. People are quite scared in some respects, or perhaps shun research because they think it's, you know, I don't know, maybe some people feel it's just not for them, it's not their cup of tea. Maybe some people think it's not worthwhile because, you know, it doesn't make a difference, but it actually does. Research is everything. It's everything why we have everything in the world today. It would never be possible without observational studies and experimental studies and trials. And that's in all areas of tech and science. And so it was always one of my intentions to get that as part of this channel, because I wanted it to be informed and I wanted it to be reputable and not just, you know, buy my program, be like me. It's not about that. What I'm going to do as well, meanwhile, you might see me just stretching out from the bar, and I'm just going to warm up. What I like to do is just warm up my shoulders sometimes, especially because we've got the narrow grip bench press coming up after this. Now, I'm not thinking too far ahead, but to make things smooth, I want to go straight from doing this squat, get right on that narrow grip bench press with nice warm chest and shoulders, keeping injury free. You don't just want to jump into something cold. So I quite like getting a couple of small discs, 1 kilo, 2 kilo. I like my lateral raise, but all the way up. So I'm bringing in the upper traps as well as all the areas of the delt. I'm not hitting any impingement. So I'm keeping my shoulder joint nice and open. I'm not hitting that humeral head against the acromion. I don't want it to abut against that roof, that shelf that it forms. So nice and open. I can supinate. We've spoke about this. We can supinate our arms out and open right through. It keeps the shoulder joint nice and open and really gets into that healthy position. You can see me spinning my hands. My palms are facing this way, and as I come up, my palms are facing inwards now. So I spin them around like this. Keeps that shoulder nice and open, nice and healthy. And I'll do the front raises as well, and then we'll get into it with the pressing, get the chest warmed up, do some push-ups, do some tricep work, wake up the upper chain and the brachial plexus, all those nerves come out of the neck down to the arm. Ooh. Oh, something doesn't feel right. We got the right weight on the bar. We've got 2 10s. Yeah, should be fine. Don't know, it feels a bit wonky. Right, let's have another go. See what we got. Don't know, maybe it's just me being wonky. Yeah, it's just me. Good. Yeah, that felt good. We're getting there now. I've definitely noticed big changes since switching over to the second phase. Hitting the body twice a week. Major lifts. Light, heavy, light, heavy. I just feel like the growth is just unbelievable. I do need another 20. There we go. Right, let's get this done. 40. Try and get 2.5 on. See if we can get. Yeah, it's 2.5 here. We'll do 145. Sneak up. I suppose we're about to jump up to 165 on the heavy day. So stay with 15, 20 kilo less. Good stim. And the most important thing as well, one of the tips is, after doing really heavy, the trap bar particularly is a very, very heavily taxing, stressing exercise for the abdominal wall. It's really, really, really hard work for the abs. It's absolutely fantastic for your quads and your abs. It pulls you forward a little bit more than the conventional deadlift or the standard deadlift. So what you've got to be careful of afterwards is, if you have worked heavy abs, sometimes you do heavy abs in the warm-up to really switch them on and then go and do something like a deadlift or a trap bar deadlift, really help push the abdominal strength through. Then if you come to do heavy squat as well, you've got to bear in mind that you're going to need to be very, very focused on your core and trunk stability, because you don't want to hurt yourself when you have this weight, because of fatigue, essentially. And we spoke about that in the research review stream that we did a few days ago. Right, we're ready for another set. Legs feel nice and warm now. Knees feel nice and warm. Awesome. Don't know where we're going to do the bench. We might have to do it in the other room because there's not many people. We might need a spotter. That is unusually, but fantastically hitting my quads. Wow, and I thought it would, especially after doing the trap bar deadlift. Yeah. It's not about the weight. You're going to injure yourself. Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, your form was really bad. Sorry. But you did ask me. I wasn't going to say. But you're going to hurt yourself. Yeah. Yeah, big time. I'm just an observer, but you did ask. I didn't offer my unsolicited opinion. Yeah. Feel free. Yeah, finish with that trap bar. Amazing. Oof, well, can't save everybody. I try to. I would always try to. Always give everything. But he's got the numbers in his head, like, oh, but I did 160, I did 180, I did this. It's like, it doesn't matter about the numbers. It really doesn't. It's a part of it. It's a part of it, but it's not the most important thing. Because we speak about technique, don't we, and longevity. I might need a bit of chalk, though, I tell you that. Whew. A classic. Everyone's got to start somewhere, and I guess when you're starting, it's quite a conscientious thing of, but my numbers. Numbers should be like focused on achievement, recovery, stimulation, rather than out and out, but I did this. Right, I think we're ready for another set. Maybe he'll come and tell me my squat form is bad. Hello. Stim. Ooh. We'll do some rope climb next week. Got to get this baby going again. Beauty. And what I'm going to do actually is go through the principles again, because in that stream, unfortunately, of all the streams that we've done, that was the one where the audio didn't quite connect, and I'm still not sure why. But I'll run through those principles again, because we've got the rope here now, so that's really good. So yeah. Oh. That felt really nice. Let's ask this guy. Hiya. Excuse me, are you here for another 20 minutes, half an hour?
Yeah, no, I'm doing that and then I'm off.
Oh yeah, all right, sound. Another set. It's a strange sensation, but you won't feel like a pump, like when you're doing the bodybuilding and some of the more aerobic cardio stuff. You might feel quite pumped up. It's a different type of pump that you feel in your muscles when you're doing this, purely because you're allowed the recovery, but you just fill out. So this stage now, you just feel every session just growth. Right. So I hope it's encouraged you to join and train and start with some basics. And we'll talk more after this set about mixing weights and cardio and my experiences of that. Wow. So, let me get my breath. Well, right, quick bit of water as well. So if you're just training, starting, just joining a gym, I think the temptation is, because you've joined somewhere, the idea is that you probably feel like you've got to do a bit of everything, and a classic beginner's program is something like weights and cardio. I think there is space and room for weights and cardio. My experience of weights and cardio is it will only take you so far. I think it's useful for perhaps more in the summertime when you've got shorter sessions. Very good with conditioning. I think there is space for it, but I think if you're just beginning, you're not going to have for the most part, it's like general people, if you're a complete beginner, you've never really been to the gym before, or you're just joining, you're not going to have the general cardio-respiratory fitness, that's the heart and lungs fitness, the muscle fitness, the central nervous system fitness, and recruitment that you're going to need to get yourself through consistently doing cardio and weights, cardio and weights, cardio and weights. And what you'll find is you'll probably hit a block quite soon, meaning a plateau. And plus, after about 6 to 8 weeks of pretty much doing a very similar type of structure, it's going to get quite boring, hitting various exercises and then going on the treadmill or on the bike for 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it might be. It will take you so far, but don't feel as a beginner that you have to do everything because you've bought this membership and you've got to get the most out of your membership. I would advise to really focus down and channel what you do. And I have mentioned, and I will do a separate video on great beginners exercises if you've just joined, and it will really focus you. Don't try to do everything all at once. Cardio-respiratory fitness and musculoskeletal fitness and central nervous system fitness all will take time to grow, and they will all kind of counterbalance each other as well. It'll be really, really, really quite hard to build super strength with super cardio endurance. It is quite a hard balance. It can be done, but it's a very, very difficult balance. Let's do another set. Don't overcomplicate your programs at the start. You may want to start with the weights, because cardio is good, but with the cardio, and if you are quite overweight or if you are a beginner and quite weak, by just purely doing cardio, you can leave yourself to doing too much too soon, and you can pick up tendon injuries and inflammation and overuse injuries and so on. And vice versa, if you're doing all your weights first and you're working really, really hard, when you then come to do the cardio, you can start picking up fatigue, tiredness injuries. So I would probably side a little bit more with doing some of the basic weights and technique and strengthening work before I got to do any of the more dynamic work. Unless, of course, it's something stationary like a bicycle, because you can ride a bicycle and it's very easy. But if you're going to do heavy impact, so cycling and rowing would be fantastic, but if you can do things like heavy impact running, stair climbing, sprinting, you'll burn lots of calories, but you're going to leave your knees and ankles and things quite prone to picking up some injuries. Let's do a final set on this. Whew. Yeah, that's a good stress on the body. Wow. Right, let's get this bench press set up. We'll do some narrow grip and do this Lacoste product review, and I have been looking forward to reviewing this product I have waited a long time for it to come out onto the market. Let's get these hooks down a little bit. Oh. Bit premature. I think it's about right. Slightly too low. Calm. Get this going. Hey, help us with this. Please, mate. Thank you, mate. Whew. Just help us to hook this up onto here. Big lift. There we go. Nice one. Thanks. Here we go. Right on. See what we got. Warm the chest up. We might be. Hopefully we got enough height. Yeah, that's good. Two, three. Yeah, nice bench. So, technically what you can understand is by doing the narrow grip on this day as well. So we did heavy bench last time, which was 120. Basically, by then coming to do a narrow grip bench press in the next session, you're never going to be able to do the same amount of weight as a normal bench press. So you can count that as a lighter day, as well as a different stimulation, because it's going to hit the chest a little bit, it's going to hit the anterior head of the deltoid a bit more, and it's going to certainly hit the triceps a bit more. So I would honestly wouldn't have any problems doing heavy bench on the heavy day, and then on the lighter day doing slightly lighter normal bench press, or even do narrow grip. Absolutely no problem with that at all. Or even do incline, or like we've done dips. But as long as you focus on hitting that heavy bench press day as your main core, and then the lighter day or the supplementary day, if you like, with that percentage difference in your weight of maximal load, let it fly. I mean, today I'm really going to push this, because I know either way it's going to be 10 to 15, 20 kilos lighter, but still equally as hard and still equally as stimulating for the triceps. Very nice injury prevention exercise. Absolutely fantastic. Really good for the elbows, really healthy, providing you have healthy elbows and healthy tendons. Oh. Whew. Right, let's try a narrow version on this 60. The one was up a bit, probably need a bit of chalk if I go any heavier. Yeah, that feels good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that feels nice, glorious. Yeah, let it fly. Jump up a bit more on this. I wonder if we could get over 100 today. If we can get 105 or 110. It would be really nice, because it's such. I think this narrow grip bench press. They've both got their benefits, but narrow grip bench press and dips, weighted dips with the chain. I mean, they've both got magnificent trade-offs that are just equally. You've got to be very careful with your wrists on this. Make sure you've got strong wrists. Keep your elbows nice and strict and focused. Make sure you've got healthy shoulders as well. You don't want to hurt your shoulders. Make sure you're not shrugging, and be conscious of how you're neutralizing and positioning your shoulder blades or your scapula or scapulae. Make sure you've got them in a nice position where you are able to get that range of movement, and you're not fixing them on the bench stiff. You don't want to pick up any injuries in the trap muscle. Right, we might get this guy. He said he was going, but I think I could grab him for a quick spot. So we need a little bit of chalk on the bar though, because grease that bar up. Bit of chalk, and then it'll dry and go sticky. Chalky. Righto. And we'll get into a working set. Do you mind a quick spot? Quick spot while I'm warming up, is that all right? Yeah, you going soon, are you?
Yeah, but that's what we first.
Okay, so
What are you going for?
what's your name, mate?
Jack.
Jay?
Jack.
Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, Jack. So, what we're going to do is you're just going to help me to unhook.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, have you done this before? No? Okay, so what you're going to do, you have to listen carefully then, all right? Listen up. Right, so this is only the warm-up, but it's going to get a little bit heavier. If you're not here in a minute, don't worry, but for now, just be very careful. So what you're going to do, you're going to communicate with me at all times, and you're going to say, your bar. My bar, your bar, that's it, yeah? Yep?
Right.
Yeah? So what you're going to do, you're going to grip it wide. You're going to grip it wide, Jack, yep? So, other way, other way. And if you want to, put one leg forwards, because that's going to help you not strain yourself. I'm going to help you lift it as well. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it up and I'm going to go, yep, my bar, and you're going to let go and step back.
All right, okay.
Yeah, and that's it. And at the end, when I've finished,
Yeah.
I'm going to go, yep, and you're going to step in like this now again. And then what you're going to do is help me to hook it back on, but you're going to do most of the lifting.
Okay.
Because my shoulders are in this vulnerable position, all right? Do you feel ready? Yep. Do you feel ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fine.
Good. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Lift up. My bar. Step back. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your bar. Lift. Awesome. Well done, mate. Done your first spot. Hey, that's it. If you're around, I've got a few more sets, but if you're not, don't worry.
I'll be here for 1 minute. How long are you going to be?
I need a 2-3 minute break, and then I'll do another set.
Yeah, I can do 1 more.
Yeah. Sound. See how we are with 105. Could be tough. Could be tough. But we are trying to stress the body as well. Hit those percentages, guys. And it's blooming tough. Do you know, I was looking the other day, do you know how you've saved a file on your computer somewhere? And you think, oh yeah, I'll keep that because, you know, one day, and I usually keep things organised and in a certain folder, whatever. And I was flicking through my folders the other day, and I found a very old Smolov. It's called the Smolov. I think it's Bulgarian. Smolov squat program that I did, and I was looking through the reps and the percentage, the sets, the reps and the percentages that are over that 12-week program. And I remember completing that program, and it was grueling, it was hard, it's squat focused. I pretty much only did squats for like 3 months. I incorporated some other stuff as well. I did a little bit of bench heavy and a little bit of, what was the other exercise? I didn't do any deadlift at all because it was so squat focused, and your recovery, you just wouldn't have been able to deadlift. So it was completely squat focused. I did a little bit of bench, and I think I hit the biceps as well, and probably some abs and calves. I think there was abs, calves, shoulders and chest, and the rest of it was squats. I did that for 12 weeks, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I remember completing that program, and squats went through the roof. So I might share that. I'm sure there's some of it still available on there if you search for it, but actually doing the actual, I'm sure I've got some, I don't know if I've got many videos. I don't think I've got many videos, but I think I wrote everything down, or I followed the program in some way. I did it with a friend of mine called Ivan, who was Slovakian, big into his weightlifting, and we both did it together. But it got tough at one point, and I don't know, he kind of disappeared for about 5 or 6 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. He kind of disappeared, I don't know, he just started training in a different gym, so I'm not sure what he did during that 4 or 5 weeks, but then he kind of appeared again at the end at like week 12, and he was like, right, it's 1 rep max day. It's 95 to 100% day, and I was like, yeah, where have you been? So, I know I did it. Right, we'll get Jack again. Jack, are you ready, mate? Yeah, are you sure you feel all right? Yeah? Right, so focus, because it's quite heavy, it's particularly for the type of exercise that we're doing. So again, if you feel you want to stand on something or step forwards like this, what that's going to do is help you to maneuver. If you're a bit like that, you're going to find that you're going to fall forwards and you're going to hurt your back, or you're going to hurt your shoulder or something like that as well. All right?
Same again.
Same again. I don't know how many reps. Don't count the reps, because you've got to be ready regardless of the reps. Because what will happen with this exercise, Jack, is you can be flying and you'll think, oh God, yeah, that easy. But what it'll just cut. It will just cut, and your triceps will go, nah, I've had enough, and it'll just stop, even if the last rep was absolutely perfect. Don't know why that phenomenon happens, no idea, but it'll just cut off. So be ready, all right? And don't panic, be careful of yourself, look after yourself, all right? Because if you get hurt, then it'll fall on me and I get hurt, yeah? And you're the only guy here to spot at the minute. Right, so, big focus, big breath in, 3, 2, 1, big lift. Big lift, Jack, well done. Step back, my bar. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yep. Good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Nice first set. Really good. Yeah. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Jack.
I'm off.
No problem, mate. No, I appreciate you taking the time out, mate, of your busy day. On your Friday night. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Take care. Thank you. Right, we need to find somebody else just to spot us. That was tough, yeah. 110, 5. I think we did 95 or 97, 100-ish last time, and we were getting 6, 7 reps. Happy with that. Yeah, narrow grip is, can't speak highly enough of it. Not as, I don't know, like normal bench is so satisfying. We spoke in the research stream, actually, the research review stream for narrative review of injuries in squat, bench and deadlift. We spoke about the biacromial width, which is shoulder to shoulder width. And then the hand grip you have, if it's 100, so that's 100% from there to there. If it's 100%, that's one shoulder width of you. So if you're at 100 and let's say another half of that each is 50. So if you're about 150%, or 1.65, 165%, that's usually what we grip at, or there was some vulnerable to injury at that point, slightly less than that, biacromial width, pretty safe for the shoulder. But at that width, very, very, very satisfying as well, particularly when you have fantastic technique. And if you're driving up through the chest and pushing, kind of slightly pushing in an arc, that's the correct and proper way to do it. And I remember learning that in London with a friend of mine, Francis, British. I think he was the Masters bench press champion at one point. Absolutely fantastic, pushing back in the arc, really that satisfying drive up through. It's very, very satisfying when it's done correctly. But often some guys, you go too heavy and you won't really feel the beauty of the bench press. This is slightly different. This is very demanding, very, very taxing. What we're going to do is I'm just going to grab some for another set. Just give me a moment. Let me just cut the mic off just a moment. What's your name, mate? Ash. Yeah. Ash, right. Have you done this before?
I don't do sport, no, but I know what to do.
It's easy. It's easy. All you need to do is stay calm.
Oh, I'm fine.
And that's it. And you look very calm.
Are you recording?
That's why I asked you. It is live.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry, you're not wearing a mic, so you can't really hear what you're saying. But are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Substance up.
So it's narrow grip bench press, so I'm going to grip it here.
Okay.
So what I need to do is you're going to come wide. I would probably put one foot forwards. So then you've got some leverage. Because if you're stood flush, it's going to pull you forward and you hurt yourself.
I'm just looking for something that's a bit higher.
Do you want to stand on that 10? Pull that 10, Ash, pull that 10 plate over. Two might be a bit wobbly.
Is it? Okay.
It might be, but if see how you feel. How does that feel for you?
Yeah.
A little bit better, isn't it? Yeah? Yellow pages. Standing on the yellow pages, mate. Don't know if you ever remember that advert. No? Do you remember that, where they stand on the yellow pages to do stuff?
Stand on them.
No, you don't remember that. You have to search for it.
Sorry.
Right, it's an old advert anyway, never mind. Right, so what we're going to do, don't worry about the reps. Don't count reps. All I need to do is, me and you are going to communicate. I'm going to say yes or no, and that means yes, I'm fine. And if it means no, I'm not fine. You've got to help me.
Okay.
So no is not fine, you've got to help. What you're going to do, all you're going to do, Ash, is hands wide, over and grip. Yeah, grip tight. You're going to do most of the lifting to unhook this bar, and that is it, yeah?
I can't lift that much, but okay.
I'm going to help you, but you're going to do most of it, but not all of it. Then you're going to let go, and then step back, and I'm going to do the reps. And then when I struggle or panic or die, then you're going to come in and help. But before I die, okay. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to communicate, and then you're going to hook it back onto the hooks afterwards as well. Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1. Big lift, Ash. Come on. Yes. Step back. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Yes. Well done, Ash. Done your first spot, mate. Woo. New achievement unlocked. Well done, mate. Yes. I've got maybe 2 more sets. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
But don't let it interrupt your workout. If you're doing something, don't let it stop you. Yeah? Awesome. So, sorry, mate.
What's your name, brother?
James.
Nice to meet you, James.
Good to meet you, mate. Yeah.
I've never seen you around here.
I've never seen you either. I train at different times, but sometimes recently just a little bit later. Yeah.
Are you normally in this area?
Always, usually in the strength area, yeah. Yeah. That bit's through there for the show-offs, isn't it?
Well, I used to be here originally, but when I used to do a lot of grip strength here,
Yeah.
and yeah, they've changed a lot since. Turned into like a nightclub.
Well, it's a nightclub, it's a yoga studio, it's a CrossFit area, it's a strength area, it's for class, they've got everything. But what the management, Chris, has said to me recently is they've got free weights and gym and cardio through there, and upstairs they've got all the MMA and the boxing and the ring and some of the cardio. And then in here, purely now a nightclub with some other stuff. And then they're going to open a third one They're going to expand it again, another warehouse,
Well, they're gonna.
opening up on the other side now, yeah,
Oh, cool.
to then have purely team classes, CrossFit, Hydrox, and dedicated strength area with no interruption with classes and stages and modelling studios and nightclubs. It's all going to be able to have its own segment, which is quite nice, isn't it? So it'll purely be.
Hopefully we get some peace. And like, I think it was like last week or the week before. This place was packed, and it was just surprisingly.
Oh, it's jam packed. Yeah.
Surprisingly, they insulated it really well.
Oh yeah, they put the curtains up and they lock it out and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it was a couple of Saturdays ago, wasn't it? Yeah, they had some big event on.
I remember before
Yeah.
they started putting the doors in, they were doing like sound checks here.
Yeah.
With, I don't know, sound engineers or
Blasting
something,
through.
and it was so loud.
Yeah, yeah, they really pumped the music. Sound. Have you got another set to do?
Well, I finished.
Have you?
Yeah.
What time is it now, Ash?
9:40. Like
20 minutes. That's good. Sound. So we do I'll do another set, a couple of sets here, and then we're going to do this Lacoste product review. So, sorry, mate.
I do like some kind of social media stuff.
Oh, this is on YouTube.
YouTube, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
This is like a career.
No, it's just for fun.
That's good.
I just love getting strong and keeping athletic and doing proper strength and conditioning. And to be honest with you, given my background and the stuff that I enjoy learning about and stuff as well, and actually putting that into practice and getting the results, or I think I get some results, I don't know.
Hiding it.
I'm hiding the results. But actually putting it into practice, people, they keep asking me, how do you do it? What do you do? Are you natural? And actually they look and go, blimey heck, you are natural. And do you know what? When they realise that you're natural and you actually can do it, and it is achievable, and it's attainable, and it's achievable, I personally, honestly, not that I'm fishing for compliments at all, but actually it is really, really nice when actually people go around and go, do you know what? Well done, mate. Well done. But the main thing is, strength and conditioning, athleticism, and being in proportion, really. It's not like just like being absolutely massive and actually being in proportion and feeling good and enjoying it. And some people they just forget to enjoy it. It's like as if it's some chore, and it's not. It's like it should be really, really enjoyable. But putting the science into the strength and putting the science practice into it, looking at various research and so on like that. But yeah, it's good. It's just a hobby. It's just a bit of fun.
Do you have any kind of educational background in this?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of education.
A little bit.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not
PhD in it.
not an expert. No, not quite. Not yet. I'll be a PhD one day. Be a professor, hopefully one day. But
There's an Italian lad that's doing his PhD in,
Oh, is there?
in sports.
oh yeah, what's his name?
Oh, I don't remember now. I've got it written down on my phone somewhere. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah. Well, they tend to be quite lovely when they're because they've worked hard and they know what they're talking about, don't they? Do you know what I mean? And nice.
Well,
He's modest.
Yeah, he's very like thin, but you can see he's built. It's really healthy.
Yeah, it's a healthy look, isn't it? It's really, really nice.
One thing I struggle with is bench presses.
Ooh,
And
well.
gaining strength in bench pressing. I don't know why, but that's one of the only things I struggle with. And triceps.
Oof, well, this is your friend.
Well,
And I'll tell you what, Ash, I've actually done a dedicated live stream on I'm struggling with my bench press and I've got poor triceps, what do I do? Because there was a guy asked me last summer, before I even started doing the live streaming, there was a guy who was doing MMA and he came up to me when we were doing shoulder presses when through there. I had a vest on and he come over and he went, I'm struggling, and he just out of the blue, and he just went, I'm struggling with bench press and my triceps. He was like, how do you do it? And I said to him, what are you doing at the moment? And he says, I'm just doing pure bench. And I tried to do these kickbacks, which I think, to be honest, I think kickbacks is the biggest waste of time ever. But he said, I'm just doing bench, but I can't progress. So he's hit a block on the bench as well. So what do you need to do? I said, look, you've got to hit your triceps a bit more, do some bodyweight exercises, do triceps, try the dips, but narrow grip bench press is a game changer. Yeah, you don't have to go heavy, but it's getting the stimulation, getting the technique, and your triceps and shoulders will just go, just go to the next level. Yeah. Can we do another set?
Doing 230 times in the gym.
230.
Just join in, yeah?
Well done, you're doing well. Do you always train at this time then?
Yeah.
Right, are we ready? So, big lift.
When you're ready.
3, 2, 1. Yep, my bar.
Can do maybe one more.
Don't touch the bar! Do not touch the bar.
I thought you were struggling.
No, you have to let me. No, I will communicate with you, Ash. Don't worry, it's all right. I said everybody panics. I said stay
I
calm.
saw you panic.
No, I didn't panic.
I saw you panic.
I didn't panic.
I saw you
No, that wasn't a panic, mate. That's where you progress in the gym.
Okay.
That's where the progression is, mate.
Yeah, I know at the end, but I saw you and I was like, oh shit, I better intervene.
No, you got to stay calm, mate.
Okay.
No, do not touch the bar until I say yes or no. Never mind. Don't worry. Everybody does it. Everybody does it, and I could have bet money that you would. Everybody does it. Don't worry. It's fine. But that's the bit that people get to, and they lose that little bit of progression. That is where the progression is, right there. That's the bit of stress and strain that your body needs to progress. That is it. And it's called the benefit of the exercise. If you stop doing too soon, you're not going to stimulate yourself enough for your body to respond to it. So don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. So listen for so what we're going to do, we're going to do another rep, all right? Then we're going to do another set as well. So let's just do this now, okay? Listen for my command. So if I'm struggling or I stop, but when I communicate with you, then you step in, all right? Okie doke, mate, okay. Okie doke. So we'll see, I might do 1 or 2 reps, not sure. Okay, so nice and controlled as well, all right? So when you're spotting me, unhook it, but don't drop it on me. Do you know what I mean? Smooth, nice and smooth.
Difficult with these wheels.
Yeah,
Balancing on top of these wheels.
You got to step forward then to get yourself comfortable, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, big lift. Smooth, good, my bar. Yep. Awesome, much better. Well done, mate. So that's fantastic. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have a 2 or 3 minute rest, and then I'm going to do 1 more set. Minimum 3 minutes, but don't worry. So in the last set, because it's the 3rd set, you are a little bit more tired, but again, the little bit where you're fighting, you've got to let me get that out. Yeah? It's safe, and I'll tell you the reason why it's safe. The reason why it's safe is because although this is, so don't worry about the weight, but although this is 105 kilos, right, you've got to remember that if I'm able to do this for 5 or 6 reps for several sets, this 105, it's nowhere near my maximum, which let's say my maximum is probably 120, for example. So if that's struggling 120 is my 1 rep max, right? That is the point where your strength is maximal, but your injury risk is maximal as well. So by lowering this down to, let's say, about 100 now, so I'm 20 kilos less, I'm much below my maximal potential. So when I'm doing reps, the injury risk is also lower because it's a stimulation and a load that my body can take the stress of without going to the brink of injury. Does that make sense? Yeah. And that's why when I come to those struggling reps, I know, because I'm sub-max, I know that I'm still in control and there's much less injury risk. And that's the bit where you can fight it out. And that's the beauty and that's the benefit. Yeah, so that's why.
Another thing that is worth mentioning that I also have difficulty with, which you've got grips for, they have a grip, right?
Oh yeah, these are, I've used them earlier on the trap bar deadlift, and it was purely because the bar is brand new and the thread on the bar is really, really, really sharp, and it will rip the skin off your hands. So I've used it for that to cover it up. And also, hey, do you know, it probably does give me a little bit of proprioception. It gives me a little bit of wrist support without it assisting me to grip the actual bar itself. It just gives me a bit of support and feedback. But yeah. Do you use them yourself?
No, I've been thinking of getting them for specifically like row-based exercises. The one thing that I struggle with is high weights, and my grip strength really struggles.
So look at your forearms. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have forearms.
You don't have forearms. So that's the hardest part, and I do speak about that on the live stream as well, when we're doing deadlifts or when we're doing anything picking up heavy or doing the chin-ups or doing the rope climb. The one thing I always say to the viewers is what's going to catch you out the most is not the actual big lift, it's going to be the grip strength. And in the pre-season, before we actually do the main strength season, I spend a lot of time focusing on gripping, forearm work, elbow health as well, because the elbow health is prone to injury. If your forearms are very weak, your elbow is going to get injured as well, and you don't want your wrist to get injured as well. So I spend a lot of time, I do actually spend a lot of time talking about that, because it's one of the bits that will catch you out. Yeah, it's hard, yeah. And it will help with things like bench press as well. Right, let's do final set. Final set. And then I've got to break off because I've got to review his products now. How long have we got? 10 minutes? Yeah, fine, yeah. 5. Okay. Right, final set. No panic, all right? Let me struggle.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, big lift. My bar, my bar. 1, 2, 3. Yep, your bar. Pull, you gotta pull. You have to pull. I'm gonna help you, but you gotta pull. 3, 2, 1, pull. Yep. Awesome. Awesome, mate. Well done. Nice one, Ash. Oh, thanks, mate. See you later. Oh.
See you again soon.
Yeah, see you soon, mate. Well, do you know what? Now you've seen someone, do you know what happens? You see them all the time. I'll probably see you in supermarket and everything, whatever. Right. Nice one, mate. Right, so get this away real quick. We are going to do this Lacoste base layer review, which is going to take 2 minutes. Fantastic. That was good. Shame about that middle rep, but do you know what? We've got 3 more reps out on top of that as well. Never mind. It always happens, doesn't it? Every stream. That's the benefit of having someone that you're used to training with and they know your limit and they won't jump in as enthusiastically. But everybody kind of has to go through that to learn as well, so you've got to give them a break, give them the benefit of the doubt. Right, so before the gym closes. Right, so we're going to review this Lacoste men's leggings base layer. Absolutely fantastic. So, branded recycled fibre sport leggings, very warm, fantastic for the winter. Perfect match with the Lacoste base layer top. Only available in black, true to size. Description: fitted leggings, perfect support. They are supportive. Stretch fabric moves perfectly with your body. I agree. Result: optimal movement for a rapid drying for increased comfort. You won't look back. Very rapid drying. The other base layers that we reviewed have held a bit of a sweat, a bit of a damp. I feel completely bone dry in these. Similar to the top, they are hard wearing. You've got a silicone logo as well, so it's going to be water resistant. It won't fray. It'll take a bit of a beast in as well in the gym. I've worn them a few times. There's no gimmicks on them. There's none of these like side fancy pockets for your phone and stuff, which really annoy me. on leggings. Like, who needs their phone on them anyway? So talking about the area usually on these leggings is, does it slip around the lower back and the buttocks? No slip in these at all, but you still do, they're tight enough, but still with enough room to maneuver. The top, I would say, go a size up. It's very tight, very small for the fit-in, but the leggings, I would go into true to size. So, tested by professional athletes, apparently. And they've got a jacquard logo around the waistband as well, which is blended in. Very good. Free delivery and returns, as always. Let's go through the criteria and my final thoughts. So, aesthetic and quality out of 2, 2 out of 2. It's beautiful. As with everything with Lacoste, it just looks classy. You could wear these casually and nobody would know because the logo is discreet as well. So Versatility Style, 2 out of 2, as with everything that Lacoste do. Absolutely brilliant. Good quality, well manufactured, tripled stitched seams similar to the top, but with the Nike one they were double stitched and it was a little bit weak, a little bit of vulnerability, but these are triple stitched, so you've got that strength. Price and discounts, they were £110. I think that's a lot. I did wait for the sale. They didn't go down. Lacoste did not do a flash sale, but 110, it's a one-off buy. Yeah, I don't mind paying it because I knew how high quality the top was. If you can get them in the sale, get them in the sale, but 110, I mean, are they going to last for a long time? Yes. Do Lacoste, I've known Lacoste products as well in the past to, if you do email them and tell them you've got a problem, they will repair it and return. They do a free return repair service. They have done that for me on other things in the past, so it's worth a try. Price and discount, so 2 out of 2. Do I like it? 3 out of 3. I love it. These are fantastic. I think it's a fantastic matching set, perfect for the winter. Thick, warm, stays dry, perfect base layer. Does it have the G factor? 1 out of 1. Yes, it does. 10 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks for joining this live stream, and we'll see you again next time. We'll be lift and we learn. Thanks to the guys today for helping me, and we'll be back in about 48 hours, or we'll see what goes on. I'll be doing the stream for, probably get some rope climbing. We're back doing some heavy deadlift and more reviews and more research, so stay strong. See you later. See you soon.